All right. That's still my intro because I ain't got an intro yet. So gotta holler at Drake or Kendrick. Give me a intro together. So today, I'm the first to ever have her on a running podcast. I'm like Soulja Boy. People might be wondering, who is this next to me and what does she have to do with running or the Ricky route? But it started with her. Okay, turn this way. Look at me. Look at me. So I'm not looking at the camera. It all started with her. Okay, the first person that I ever knew to do a half marathon. There may not be a Ricky route without her.
Oh Lord.
Right? Okay. There may not be a route.
That's a bit much.
The first person I ever knew to do a half marathon, I asked her off camera what year it was. She don't even know. Can you give me like an estimate?
It was at least 10 years. It was about 10 years ago.
Make sure you speak to the mic.
It was about 10 years ago.
So 20, it was more than that. It had to be like 20. It
was like
2011.
It was like, no, I moved to LA in 2012.
Okay.
So it was like a year or two after that. So like it was either 2013 or 2014.
She did a half marathon in 2013 or 2014. I recall when she told me she was doing a half marathon, I acted like I knew how far it was. And I Googled it and was like, damn, 13.1 miles? That was crazy. I had never ran more than a mile at that time in my life. So transparently, a little bit, I'm like, ha. Like,
should I introduce who I am? My name, maybe, who I am.
It started with her. All right. This is my younger sister. I'll let her introduce herself, but she does a plethora of things in and around the St. Louis community, internationally, nationally. Her name is Leslie Hughes. And is there anything you want to say about yourself? I'll let you do your own intro.
I am Leslie Hughes. I do all the things. My main, most purposeful thing is that I do outside of family, which is not really outside of family, but Frizz Fest under Frizzy by Nature, the nonprofit. Frizz Fest is a big Black cultural event located in the city of St. Louis that attracts guests from all over. They act like they don't know me, but they know me.
Excuse me.
I just wanted to say that.
Hey, can I have that water? I forgot my water somewhere. I can share water with her. This is my sister. I'm going to take the top off at the same time. All right, to my visual watchers and my ear hustlers who may only be hearing this is my younger sister, Leslie Hughes. She just told you what she does, who she is. She basically said, I'm Big Leslie, put some respect on my name.
Period.
But the intersection is running. And I started with, so it was only right that I had my first guest on my podcast, the Ricky Route, to be my sister, because she was the first person who just happened to be a Black woman to do a half marathon. And just full circle how much that may have impacted me and St. Louis Run Crew. And what's interesting is I know she's mentioned and taking credit for STL Run Crew because talk about walk the walk.
Okay, right. I don't take credit for that. Somebody else we know does.
Val does?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, Val, but so what am I talking about? Walk the walk?
I mean, I was gonna talk about it, but you could talk about it. What was walk the walk?
So, or do we want to talk about my marathon first, or?
Real quick, let's talk about walk the walk.
Okay, so walk the walk. So I mentioned founded Frizz Fest in 2017. We had our first festival in 2017, and we had it every year up until COVID, and we could no longer have Frizz Fest due to just the city.
COVID, right?
The pandemic. The city regulations, you
couldn't have a certain amount of people together in the park.
Yes. So we decided to pivot, which we do very well. I think That's very important. You got to know when to pivot. So we decided to pivot and created a walk because of the importance of people still being able to get out the house, but also in community. And we were able to create a race or walk because technically we could make social distancing exist. So by creating waves or runners or walkers, we can create enough space in between individuals. Plus it was in an open outdoor area. So we created Walk the Walk as a way to just continue to do what we do, community, activity, mental, physical, emotional health, which is important to us as people and as community leaders. So that's what we did.
Yeah, I wanted to, that just struck me because I scrolled through my social media and I started running like very soon after that. So maybe Walk the Walk did somehow involve the STL Run Crew. I'm not admitting that on this podcast, but maybe 2013, 14, 12, 13, whatever year you want to have a marathon. Why, what inspired you to run half marathon?
Well, I was living in LA at the time, so it is very easy to be, it's easier to be active and healthy in LA. It just is the weather, the food options, the people. So I don't even know why I started running. I don't know why I started running. I don't know if I couldn't maybe find a gym that I liked in LA. I don't know, but I just started running around my neighborhood. And
well, you started running outside in LA?
Well, yeah, but first, I was doing outdoors workouts anyway, like Runyon Canyon. There were these big steps by my house in like Baldwin Hills. I forget the name of it, that I was doing like every day, every other day. So it was like easy to do outdoor things. Like I'd rather do outdoor things when the weather's nice than just being at a gym. So I was already working out outdoors. And then I don't know why I started running. Maybe, I don't know. Do you
remember what shoes you had? Like what, you had running shoes?
I think I had some lime green Nike. I don't know.
Okay, I'm just
I wasn't thinking about it. I was just running because I think too, probably because I know exactly how I started running.
What, how?
I had gained a lot of weight. And I know exactly how I started. I had gained weight, and I read that running slims your thighs the fastest. First of all. And then second, when I first moved to LA, I did not have a job. And it took me months to find a job. And I was like super wary, anxious, depressed. And I started going up the street to this park by where I lived every day and reading first. And then people were out there working out. So I started just doing these laps around this park. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to start with 2 laps, and I'm going to do 3 laps, I'm going to do 4. So by that time, I was like running all these laps around this park. And then I started branching out and running just like in the neighborhoods. And then this kind of, I don't even remember what it was called, but it was like kind of like a dam that wasn't being used anymore. And I was running like long, like miles and miles. But I ended up.
Miles and miles?
Yes.
Like how many?
Hell, is like 8, 9.
At a time?
Young. Yes, I was young at that time. But so then I got a job, and it was it was in Marina Del Rey, so right on the marina. And after work, I would run around the marina. It was around a body of water. It led to the beach, and the CFO of that company noticed me running, and he started running with me. But mind you, he's probably like 6'5". So I'm like, okay, but at that point, I'm like trying to keep up with him, and we are like running together, and he basically forced me to run this half marathon. He like bought my ticket. He said, no, you're running. He bought my ticket.
Damn. Do you remember what it was called? Like, what was the half marathon called?
I don't know. I don't even know. I gotta look at the picture. I got the medal. But yeah, he said, no, you can do it. He bought my ticket, and him, it was him. It was another one of my coworkers, my manager at the time, and his son, and we all ran the half marathon, and I finished before all of them.
Dang. Even your boss, dude?
Yes.
Dang, I didn't know that. We've never had this conversation before.
Yep, I ran nonstop. I had me a playlist, but that's when I was saying I was running that on a normal basis.
Okay.
Like for real, like I would just run for hours. I was
me.
running. It was so when that time came, it was like nothing. It was like a normal run that I was doing every other day anyway.
Did you train? Did you have a training plan?
No, I just ran.
You just running the miles?
I just ran the miles. I got super skinny.
Who is like? How'd you know like how many miles, what days to run?
I like tracked it on like my Nike app or something.
You just go out there running. However you felt that day was how far you ran.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And that was 11 years ago.
We don't know. You keep saying like about 10, about a decade ago. I probably was like 28.
And now, so the first person I knew to ever run a half marathon was my sister, and it didn't.
Nobody really. It was not. You're not making it seem like a big deal. No, it was not a big deal to nobody. None of my family members at the time.
It wasn't. Like I remember, like
the only person I had was Keisha, my bestie. She made a sign and everything, and it wasn't a big deal. So I think probably I posted it on social media. It's like, dang, 13 minutes. Nobody like.
What's a big deal now? Like
then after that, I was like so happy because it was like a football Sunday. Maybe it was like, I don't know, maybe it was like the Super Bowl. I don't know, some big game on. We went over to a family friend's house of hers, and I just ate.
But you gotta know, like at that time, nobody in St. Louis probably even knew what a half marathon was. Sure did. I had to Google, and I'm a super athletic person. I had no idea what it was. So it's a big deal now because you're on the Ricky route.
Bum, bum, bum.
I got no, not that one. There we go. You're on the Ricky route. So it's a big deal now. I don't think people know that. So it's very important that like I amplify that because
I've always been an avid working outer.
And you did.
I always have. I just COVID. Can we curse on this podcast?
If
Not
it's
really.
necessary.
Okay, that wasn't necessary. Until COVID like messed me up. Like I used to be
what
like
you say, effed up. You can curse.
Yes,
I don't have any rules yet.
Yes, I used to be working out was my thing, and yeah, it was my thing.
You did you do sports in high school?
I got cut from the basketball team.
Your freshman year?
Yeah, they hated
I remember
on me.
that was terrible.
But then I became a cheerleader.
You ran track
I was a
too.
flyer.
You ran track too.
I remember. I'll tell this story.
Thank you, because I won't tell it. I'll let you tell.
I think it might have been in U City. I don't know. We was running this track meet, and I heard somebody in the stand say, "Damn, his sister hella slow." And I was.
It was a lot to live up to, man.
I knew it wasn't for me. I'm not a fast runner.
But that's the thing about distance running, though. Like it's about finishing. It's about your.
Yeah, and I don't care. Like
you
now,
compete
I don't
against
care.
yourself.
I don't put. Yeah, my thing is to finish and just get better.
And fast forward 11 or so years, you're I'm gonna jump way ahead. You just signed up for another half marathon.
Nobody knows that.
They do now. What's different this time? I knew she just ran a 10K in April. She just come off an injury as well.
Fun.
She come off injury as well, which the obstacle is the way. I told her that when you get injured, it is an opportunity to grow, to learn strategy, to learn strength and conditioning, to learn like just how you deal with adversity. The obstacle is the way. So she's healing. She's back. She's running, walking, back to running. She was trying to run this half marathon. We're running Detroit Free Press. Shout out to Detroit, October. I had to like literally call like Jordan on FaceTime to get her to not run because we want to acclimate her safely, right? But you did sign up for your second half marathon.
Jordan, who's part of Run Crew?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Oh, Coach Jordan. Shout out Coach Jordan. I'll have her on here one day soon. Coach Jordan Stone, okay? Coach Jordan Stone. Sign up for your second half marathon. What's different this time?
Well, first, we are skipping the impact of STL Run Crew. So I want to big up STL Run Crew because I thought I would never run again. And it's not because I didn't think that I wasn't. Not because it was so difficult, but prior to a few years ago, I was diagnosed with this thing called POTS. It was hard to explain, but it like made it like extremely hard. And that's another thing that kind of messed me up with working out. It made it extremely hard to work out. And it was a point in time it was hard to do anything. But I've kind of just, my body has adjusted. I think it was a difficult time. I think it was triggered by a lot of just traumatic events, and like my nervous system was kind of shot or whatever. So in a much better place than prior, but I thought that just couldn't run like long distance. So when Ricky started STL Run Crew, I was just walking. I was going to meet new people, and it's just like instant inspiration and like motivation to be able to just see. First of all, I'm in awe just seeing like a big group of Black people coming together to do something healthy, like that is good for them, that promotes positivity in every way imaginable. It was a whole new community of people that were like-minded and aligned in a way that I haven't experienced a long time in St. Louis, because we all know St. Louis, it's a small city. Sometimes I call it a town. Like, we all know each other, and then when you get kind of always in the same circle and the same group of people, you're doing the same things, that's all you see, and the same. So to be able to witness like a whole different community, it's people I've never seen, Black people I've never seen. I don't know who they know. Like, they don't know people I know. Like, it was just a very cool and unique and different experience than I've ever had in St. Louis. So that in itself was just like amazing. Then you seeing these people run, like going from, it's so many people who haven't ran, who are doing marathons. And so just being able to see people just being active in that way just inspired me. So that's how I started running again. I just wanted to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
And then so, what was the question?
What was different? What's different this time?
So
I mean, so you got inspired.
Yeah,
you're running with community.
Yeah.
But also, like, community is community. Like, people go there. Some people don't race. Some people just go there for the vibe. Some people like 5K. But now, I mean, is it like the distance of doing it? Is it like the personal challenge? What made you want to do another half marathon?
I think, I did the 10K in April, and it was just like such a good, it was just like such a good feeling.
It was easy?
Yeah. It was easy.
Big dog.
It was easy, and like exactly what I said I wanted to do, I did. But I think it's something, first of all, something about saying you're going to do something and seeing it through and doing it. And now it's a lot of things in this world and life we cannot control. And I think the thing about running for me is like, it's something I know that if I take the necessary steps, if I take the necessary steps to do it, if I, dedicate, I commit to it, then I'm going to do it. When I think like a lot of things are not that way, it might be like, say I want to be a famous artist and I'm doing everything that I can, but if I'm not, somehow don't get in the right rooms, or I don't meet the right manager, or this opportunity doesn't present itself, no matter how much hard work or how much you want or how much you think is your purpose, it still may not happen due to like outside things. But running or anything like that, you might have injury, but you can work it out.
You see the results, and the results depend on what you put into it. Like, you could be a rapper, singer, and you could be dope, but all because you're dope and doesn't mean you're going to make it. But running, you can kind of create a formula and input and be successful. Your version of success. Yes,
and it's like you are your only competition.
Yeah.
So, and I think too that is saying a lot about the community that STL Run Crew is, because man, you would think I was the fastest one, who ran that, like just the love and the support and the encouragement and the hype me up is just amazing. So even the crew has the same mindset. Like, you did it. Like, it doesn't matter how slow. It don't matter if you had to walk someone away or anything. It's just like, it's you against you. Like, you set your mind to it, but you also have the community to support you and help you succeed in whatever that means to you.
Most gonna be so hyped when they find out. Yeah, I gave yours back. I found my water. Most gonna be so hyped when they find out you run a half marathon. It's
I signed up today. I just signed up today. I'm so excited.
Which marathon?
The Indy.
Indy. Do you know the name of it?
Indy is so excited. And
the Indy? That's what it's called?
I don't know. So the reason why I know about it is because
I think it's called the Indy Marathon.
Injury.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
So a couple weeks before the 10K, and most people probably know about this because I couldn't stop talking about it, but I had like really bad pain in my legs, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just sore or whatever. But it was bad. It wasn't as bad when I ran, but after I was done running, I could barely walk. Even at work, people like, oh my God, you look like you're in so much pain. And I was. But anyway, I ran, I did the 10K, killed it. And then I happened to see Vanda, who my girl now.
You happened to see Vanda? Or
she was at a Run Crew meetup.
Yeah, the AG1 joint.
Yes.
And I had told you about Vanda before that.
Yes. And then
Vanda Wilder is a PT. She's also a marathon runner and a PT, and she's low-key the crew's PT because we've been utilizing her. So thank you, Vanda.
Yeah, so she did some kind of like exercise. She's like, you need to stop running now. And I was like, what? She's like, don't stop running, whatever, don't. And she was like, at least don't run for 2 weeks. And so basically, I don't know what it's called, but it was something similar to shin splits in my femur bones. Yeah. So I stopped running anything. I stopped doing anything for 2 weeks.
Thigh splints.
Yeah, whatever. For 2 weeks, and then I focused on strength training for the next 2 weeks, and then I am now on like a run walk thing, and then by another 2 weeks I'll be back. There
we go. Clap it up. She back. Injuries, like I've had my share of injuries, and you know my favorite saying, obstacle is the way. But when you're running or you're doing anything you enjoy and then you can't do it, that could be detrimental, especially when running is like a mental health tool. So I love actually talking to folks in the midst of an injury because I know they're going to get through it and the other side is going to be the way. What is something you learned while you've been injured that you are going to implement going forward, and that you would share to somebody while they're injured? What can they be doing instead of what we want to do, sulk? And Leslie was like, yeah, I'm not running today, I'm hurt. Everybody knew she was hurt.
Yeah, why you ain't running? I'm hurt.
But then you turn the tragedy into a triumph. So what would you what did you do, or what was your thought process, and what would you inspire someone to do while they're injured and can't run?
Well, first, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So yeah, I think I realized that. I realized the importance of taking care of your body. There's a lot that goes into taking care of your body. And I think for me, it was of taking out the time to stretch or because running, I don't know.
Warm up, cool down.
I run, I'm I don't feel like it's that. I just ran 6 miles. I'm tired. So I think obviously it showed me that I need to prepare and unprepare after my run. So I need to just strengthen my body to be able to go the distance that I want to go. So I think that was just important for me to see the importance of strength training, building muscle, listening to your body, because I knew I was hurt. I knew it was something wrong. And I just kept going. So I think listen to your body, making sure that you are doing the necessary work so you can complete the goals that you have in mind. Eating healthy, nutrition, making sure, and then also stuff like getting a PT, it's a lot about carving the time out to do those things. I think too, I'm just so busy all the time. I just be trying to like, let me try and get in this run. Let me get in this workout. Let me like rush through it. I don't want to stretch before or after, but if you don't do those things, then you're gonna be out.
Running is a lot about everything outside of running. I said the other day after a long run, if I got 5 minutes to get back and get ready for work or something, I will end my run 5 minutes short to foam roll instead of finishing that 5 minutes. Because I want to run forever, and I know how important recovery is. So anything I can do to safeguard me from getting injured, I'm gonna do. Do you listen to music when you run?
Yes.
I got this Smino shirt. Can y'all see that? We got it at the concert. Me and Les have been to 8 consecutive Smino concerts.
All the crib misses.
I think it's been 7 or 8. So we've been to every Smino. If you don't know Smino, I guess I just assume you know Smino. If you don't know Smino, what is one song you would tell people to go hear from Smino?
I mean, my favorite song that I don't think gets enough love is "We Got the Biscuits."
That would be my top five. What he didn't do at the concert.
He did not do.
So Smino, you hear this? We Got the Biscuits, and I would say Pisano. So those 2 songs you did not perform. You performed in Maryland Heights, Missouri.
Which is St. Louis.
On the back of this T-shirt, it says Maryland Heights, Missouri.
I don't know why we did that.
I want to give Smino the benefit of the doubt that he didn't know that it just did that, because that's kind of wild. But I be trying to get Leslie. I just asked that randomly, but I be trying to get her to not listen to music sometime when she run, just to see how I feel.
No, I like to listen to. I like to listen to music, but now I listen to like soul, R&B, like more slow, calmer music when I run. When prior to it was like rap hype, but I listen to all the girls, the rap girls, when I work out strength train, because it like gives me motivation.
The rap girls?
The rap girls.
Like Glorilla,
Lotto,
Wham Whammy.
What's Manello, however you say her name.
What's
That's
the
my girl.
song?
I love
Wham Wham.
Pluto. That's Pluto. Sexy.
Lulu, put Lulu on your butt.
I love all the girls now. All the girls. JT,
Women in
Callie.
hip hop really are, I feel like, winning.
Yeah, you like, all the things that they be saying, like, I'm finna get my body right so I can, everything that they rapping in this song.
Do any women rappers run? Anybody run?
Yeah, Ken the Man, I love her too.
She run?
She runs. She's a runner.
Okay.
Yeah, she's little like me. She's like,
I gotta look that up.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
She do.
All right. What is something you would say to someone who's scared to start running or feel like they're not a runner?
Running may not be for everybody. I don't think that everybody has to run. I think it's just another form of self-care, like self-love. And if that's walking, then it's walking. I think it's just another avenue to, take care of yourself, live longer, be a better, healthier version of you. So I think, start by walking, run a little bit, and if it's for you, if it brings some kind of excitement or accomplishment or changes in your mental or physical, emotional health, then I think, that's how you know.
So it's just a movement.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be running.
Yeah.
It could be yoga, boxing,
yoga, strength training. It could be
tennis,
line dancing. It can be. I've done CrossFit was my. I think to this day was probably my favorite thing I really got into.
CrossFit?
Mm-hmm. I did that in LA too.
Wow.
So CrossFit, I loved boxing. I think yoga, for me, it's a little too slow. But I mean, I think it's good for when I need to be, stretch out and things like that.
It partners well with other stuff.
It was not my workout of choice to feel like how I want to feel after a workout, but it's a great workout, just all the other aspects of health. But yeah.
I forgot what I'm about to say. All right, we're gonna do some quick questions. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna throw the ball in there. What's your favorite running shoe?
Hoka's.
Hoka's? Hoka what? You don't even know.
The Hoka, is it the 6.
Okay, you do.
Yeah.
A Mach
That's
6.
my favorite. I love Hoka's. Those are the ones that have been like I've consistently like, and I've had more than one pair of.
Okay, I actually don't even have those. What's your favorite running gear that you own outside of shoes? That you when you run, you gotta have it.
Leggings with a pocket.
Any certain brand?
No, I get them from Amazon. I think they're called the Running People, and they're like $20, but they're great quality. They come in a lot of different colors, and they have a pocket on the side, and I just put my phone in there.
And how much they cost?
Like $20.
I'm an advocate for cheap stuff. Well, not cheap, but affordable. Cause anything you do that you love can get expensive.
Oh, please. You have convinced me to buy a watch. You want me to buy
That's
some
a necessity.
Techs.
A what?
Some normies. You want
Okay,
me to
necessity?
buy some new headphones.
No, I said about
and
new
everything is
headphones.
about $200.
Those are all necessities. A running watch.
All the Run Crew shirts and all the tanks
Okay,
and
that's-
all the sweatshirts. I don't have a jacket.
That's benefiting the nonprofit though.
I buy fruit every Tuesday.
That's benefiting small
Shout out to
business.
Lulu's, the best fruit. That's one of the reasons to come to STL Run Crew.
The fruit.
The fruit is the best.
Lulu's fruit is fire. Leslie
trying to
gets her
get
own
free fruit
special.
every week.
You get your special. You get all pineapples.
I get all pineapples with the tahini on it. Trust me, the best thing you ever had.
I ain't even had that, and I must either start charging Lindsay a vendor fee, or I need my own special fruit box. But I don't be having you buy a lot of running stuff. It's a watch and Normatex. Normatex, Hyper Ice
Shoes.
Normatex was my number one
Shoes.
purchase. If you like run, yes, Normatex are expensive. They're like $900. But if you have it or use like a firm, and I would never like advocate for like a firm or like Klarna, none of those things. But if you want to run sustainably, it's an investment to yourself. I look at something like Normatex or like a foam roller, like a massage gun, an investment to yourself.
Yeah,
That's
I
all.
agree, but
Because you're not a spring chicken.
that's facts.
And I want you to call as long as you can.
Yeah, and I spend money on dumber things.
And what's interesting is like the Ricky route, like we talking about running now, but it's just my route that I'm at right now. Cause I don't know what I'll be doing in a year or 2 years. It's just interesting to have these conversations about the intersection of like running and community and like health right now while I'm in it, because I didn't know this before. So it's like not only new to me, but it's new to St. Louis, but it wasn't new to you. I mean, you ran in 2011. You fast forward, Run Crew started in 2023. That's 12 years. I didn't run over a mile until 2021. So that's 10 years before I even was sparked in a way to run more than that. And it just shows you like you never know when something's going to hit, and you never know what tool the universe would give you to like handle life.
But I don't want to say this to like bringing it back to like physical. I think too it had like I said I've been a worker outer like for a long time, and I kept for years like I want to get back into it. I need to work out because I kind of like missed it, but I didn't have the motivation. I don't know. I just didn't have it, and then so I think now gaining that like. It's not even about motivation. It's about consistency. Like that, like it makes me feel good. Top level. But I think it's just important as Black people for us to pay attention to a healthier lifestyle. I think I think too another thing that has motivated me, and I think about is. A lot of our aunts and uncles have passed away at a younger age, like young comparatively. So I think too, I'm almost.
For context, we had 3 aunts, or a mom and 2 aunts, 2 uncles, and they all passed by 65.
Yeah.
All 5 of them.
Yeah. And so I think
from seemingly preventable things.
Yes. And then to be at this age now, like that is, I mean, it's far off, but it's not too far. It's not like, infinity years away. It's
no spring chicken.
Yeah, it's not too far off. So I think it too, just kind of realizing the importance of me wanting to be here a long time, as long as I can, but also the years that I'm here, I want to be like a healthy version of me. And, personal, like I don't have kids yet, but if that happens, I want to be able to run after my kids or whatever. So I think even in general, just like the culture, the community that we are, and like the definition of fun, a lot of times is nothing wrong with it.
It's unhealthy.
It's unhealthy. Nothing wrong with it in small doses. I think, especially after a certain age. My life when I was
moderation.
Younger, I can't talk about
everything
nobody.
in moderation.
Yes, but it involved, we drink and smoke, and that stuff will catch up to you. And I think for me, it goes hand in hand. Like it's hard for me to work out, be physically active, and eat bad. Like, to me, those coincide with each other, and I'm not saying that's how it should be or that's how it is, but for me it is. So I think eventually, if you make one of those changes, I'm gonna physically work out. That is you telling yourself you care about your body, longevity of your life. Then it should switch to a point. Switch to, okay, now I'm gonna overall live a healthier lifestyle, and then that feeds into your nutrition, and then that feeds into you feel better. So that feeds into your mental health. So I think it all coincides as a common thread, and it's holistic health. So I think one step in one of those directions is a right step, and I think if it's something that you really that's really important to you, really committed to, then holistically you will live a much better, healthier life. Yeah,
it adds discipline, structure, those things. I mean, if you look at the statistics, with heart disease, high blood pressure, cholesterol, a lot of those things are preventable. And I actually don't think about it much, but we didn't really need statistics. We just looked at our family. Everybody was passed before 65, and it was all preventable things. Or if they would have implemented healthier lifestyles, they would have lived much longer. And that's just a stark reminder how, we are in control of certain things. And I think movement and community, even community too, I know it's the physical and mental aspect, but being around people that do help, that do positive things for themselves, is also a benefit. I
had a doctor, a well women's exam a couple of days ago, and it's good to hear I'm not scared to go to the doctor. Some people legitimately scared to go to the doctor because they don't want to hear something's wrong with them. But I know that, anything could happen to anybody, but I know I've been making the right choices. And so to be able to go to the doctor and get a good report, or your blood pressure, your pressure, that's really good. Yeah, I know, I be working out, or the doctor was telling me what supplements to take, what I need to be active at least 3 times a week, and I'm already doing that. So it really is preventative medicine.
Yeah, I agree. And it's joy. It makes you happy. That's something about it too. Even though running is hard, or anything you do, whatever sport you play, it's going to be tough, but at the end of it, you're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel good. And it also just partners well with other passions. So I won't be remiss, you touched on a little bit, but you got Frizz Fest coming up, September 20th. That's right. I'm sure the date changes every year. I'll be forgetting.
Yes.
Okay. Quick spiel on Frizz Fest, why people should come. You ain't gotta get to the whole origin story. If you do want her origin story, Leslie got a YouTube out that she breaks down. Her and Val got a whole YouTube about it. All right, not on the Ricky route, but if you want to hear that, Lindsay got a YouTube. She just dropped out. She going to her origin story. But why tell people like an elevator speech why they should come, what it is, and what's a surprise?
Yeah, so Frizz Fest, again, Natural Beauty Festival, Black Beauty Festival, Black Cultural Festival. You do not have to be natural or you don't have to look a certain way or be a certain way, except a good person to be in attendance of Frizz Fest. People should come because of Black joy. We need it. We want it. We deserve it. And Frizz Fest is
Preach.
Black joy to the grandest extent of Black joy. And obviously these past years have been very difficult, have been tough for all of us as just a overall community. And it's easy to just kind of be engulfed in the negative, but we do deserve happiness. We do deserve joy. We do deserve to let our hair down. We do deserve to be in community. We do deserve to feel safe, seen, and celebrated. And that is what Frizz Fest is. It is for everybody. It is for aunties, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, boo, bae, kids. It's for everybody. Okay, of all ages. We have something for everyone. It is free. We know times are hard. We know the discretionary income is not as easy as it used to be. We know people gotta, there's a lot of things. So it's free. It's accessible. And just a lot of cool stuff. We uplift Black-owned businesses. We uplift Black artists, Black creatives, Black entrepreneurs, Black people. So September 20th.
You on a long elevator ride.
September 20th, Tower Grove Park is free. FrizzyByNature.com.
There you go.
And Frizz Fest on Instagram. Still
on the elevator. What is the intersection between running and Frizz Fest? What do they align at all?
Yeah, I think it like Black joy, but I think our motto.
I mean, for you.
Oh, for me. Yeah, I well, yes, because running came back around because of family, and Frizz Fest is family. It was created because of family, because of my mom. It was created by family. STL Run Crew was created by you, and so basically created by us, and it's family. It's about like,
I keep forgetting. Actually, you on a board of Frizz Fest. I mean, of STL Run Crew. I'm forgetting that. I'm sorry. I feel like you're finna go into the origin story.
No, I'm not. It's about being around like. The thing is it's about being around like-minded, aligned people, community. It's about community. I want to be in those spaces whenever, wherever I can. So, so that's what Frizz Fest is for me. That's what STL Run Crew is for me. It is running now has turned into a passion, and obviously Frizz Fest is my passion. It's something that I just get excited about. I love to do. We love to do, and I think just the outcome is just a pure, love and positivity.
Dope. And the route takes detours, and the routes take turns, and like some things. I mean, if you want to know about the Frizz Fest origin story, go to YouTube. But I mean,
similarly I'm not going to talk about the origin story. Similarly
to running, they were birthed out of like pain, and I think that's what running has given me, like an outlet that started with like pain and depression and being excluded and things like that. So it's just cool that things can be birthed from pain, and we can do new things and create from scratch. Even being a runner, like, I wouldn't say you necessarily look like a runner, and I think that's why
you be saying I be looking like a runner.
I mean, now you do, like how you dress, like hokas and like running in water bottles, but now you do like a runner though. I ain't gonna lie, but it kind of comes with the
Running
territory.
doesn't look a certain way.
It doesn't. It doesn't look a certain way. And I think that's important. And that's what I want to convey. That running has no size, no look, no shape, no history. Like, it's important to tell that you ran a half marathon 11 years ago, because people probably would look at you and be like, think you lying. They probably think we lying. Like, we got to maybe post a picture to prove that, because it's important to tell the story. You know what I'm saying? Because I've only been running for 3 years and you've been running for 11 years. And people probably think I've been running for a long time, and I haven't. I'm new to running. It's changed my life. So, like, this is helping me connect with pioneers. You know what I'm saying?
My God, it's too much.
All right. What's next on your route? We about to wrap it up.
I am about to start training for my half marathon, period.
Damn.
I'm about to get my Sha'Carri on. I'm sorry.
Sha'Carri was a sprinter. You probably could run longer than Sha'Carri.
At the flyness. You know, I'm in my black girl flyness running era.
Okay.
No, but that's the next. My training for my half marathon, I want to be the best I can possibly be in this time frame.
Let's get it. I think I'm coaching you, right?
Yup.
Okay. So we're going to get it together. Any last word for the people?
Yeah, come out to STL Run Crew. It's so much fun. I look forward to it on Tuesday evenings. It's a lot of great people. Even last week, someone came that we met at the Go Expo who I talked to, and she was worried about coming, and she came, and we talked, and it's a new person I've never seen before. And yeah, just come.
This ain't got to be no STL Run Crew promo.
That's all I got. I mean, what do you want me? What was the question?
I don't know. What's the last word?
Anything I want to say?
I'm really creating.
Just be a better you. Life is hard. Be easy on yourself, but also be consistent. You deserve it. Consistency is key.
Consistency is key. We going to Detroit also in October. That's gonna be a vibe, and I gotta salute Detroit.
That's my birthday weekend. That's why I was trying to run the half.
We're going to be in Detroit, but she going to cheer. We're going to be in Detroit October 17th, 18th, and 19th. And the full circle for me is my first half marathon was Detroit Free Press Marathon in 2022. Lance and Joe, I mean, they gave me so much game in Detroit. This is before we had the Run Crew. And they was like, bro, you got to start a Run Crew. But when I went to Detroit and saw like the culture and saw like, they had a run, then like an after party, and like it was a vibe. And now we going down there like 40 deep. Like that is so exciting to me for like St. Louis folks who haven't seen run culture outside St. Louis, because we like the little homies of the Run Crew culture. Like we're like 2 years old. Some of these crews been around 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. So about the time you started running a half marathon, there was run crews, black layer run crews, which is just mind boggling to me.
We get to meet some new people.
We get to meet some new people. You know what I'm saying? That's you single. I don't care. It's my podcast. Running route. We're gonna be in the D. You know, just like
I'm married to the money.
Okay, I heard that. I need to get some new. I need to get a bark like like a big dog. I'm gonna get a big dog. I'm gonna do a bark on her. But yeah, I'm excited to go to the D. Thank you, Leslie Hughes, for being my first guest on the Ricky Route. It was only right that I had my little sister on her, the pioneer of running. Far as I'm concerned, our daddy ran back in the day, but I really wasn't hip. I didn't know he was doing until.
Yeah, he did. That's crazy.
I just remember he used to come in hella sweaty and stink. I'm like, damn, man, you just hella stink, sweaty, stinky. But he was running. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild how.
He's the person that we know that lived the longest.
Yes. Facts.
He was eating healthy.
Yep.
That's
the science we got.
Yeah.
We got the science. You do bad stuff to your body, the likelihood of you dying earlier is very likely. If you do good things to your body, the likelihood that you're going to live longer. That's the science. We got real lived experience, and I think that inspires us to be healthy for our families today. So this is the Ricky Route. I'm Ricky. Thank you, Leslie, for joining me on my route. And We outside.
You can
Peace.
follow me at Frizzy by Nature.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You can follow me at Frizzy Flowers.
What's your handles?
My personal handle is Frizzy Flowers. And then, Frizzy Flowers. And then Frizz Fest. Frizz Fest.
Okay. I got to get my outro together. What are your IG handles? I asked that. They give the IG handles so you can follow Leslie on social medias and the www.coms. And we'll see y'all outside. Peace.